Vezot Haberaha is the last parasha of the Torah. In it, Moses, before he dies, goes through each one of the 12 tribes and says something about them. This is a kind of a balance to Jacob. When he died, and at the end of the book of Bereshit, Genesis, he also goes through the 12 tribes, and he says things about their character and says things about their future role amongst the people. What is remarkable about Moses is that he misses out one of the tribes, Shimon. Rosen is the first, Shimon is the second, Levi is the third. And the question is, why does he leave out Shimon? It's not as though Shimon had disappeared. Shimon as a tribe is going to be mentioned again in the book of Joshua and elsewhere in the Tanakh. So, why did he leave Shimon out? One of the most common answers is that, going back to Jacob, if you remember, Shimon and Levi were the two brothers who avenged Dinah. Dinah was captured in Shechem and raped. And even though they wanted to do the right thing and marry her, the brothers Shimon and Levi decided that they had to react aggressively. They deceived the men of Shechem into thinking they were prepared to enter into a treaty with them and had them all massacred. When Jacob hears about this, he is shocked, he is angry. He says, "You have not only damaged our reputation, you have made us ugly in the eyes of everybody around. You've behaved in a way that contradicts everything we stand for." Shimon and Levi replied, "But I'm sorry, we can't let people get away with this. If we are weak, they will take advantage." And, as the Torah goes on to say, the rest of the tribes in the area left the sons of Jacob alone because they were frightened of them. But it left a nasty taste in Jacob's mouth, so to speak. And when Jacob is giving his blessings at the end of his life, he says, Shimon and Levi, these two people, these two tribes, are bad, they are violent, I must divide them. I don't want their legacy to be the legacy of the Jewish people. Well, it doesn't say what else he did, but we know that he elevated Levi, the tribe of Levi, to be the priests and to dedicate themselves to peaceful pursuit of the welfare of the community and to serve in the temple, and not to be possessing land and territory, so they'd be unlike the other tribes. So they had a specific role, which, if you like, was a kind of an atonement for that violence. They challenged that violence or that zealotry into something more religious and spiritual. But what about Shimon? So maybe what Moshe is doing is saying, I am just paying tribute to what Jacob said. I am not putting Shimon together with Levi as he did. I am, if you like, temporarily rubbing them out of our people's history. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I do not like the idea of violence representing a Jewish value, except under conditions of self-defense and as a last resort. And so this could be why Moses, in speaking before they're about to enter the land, while they're ready and preparing to take up arms, to fight against certain tribes they must kill and others they must defend themselves against, is saying, we're entering into a period of violence. It is necessary violence. But I want you to remember that this is not how it should be. It's not how we want to continue, and it's not how we should be seen. We want to love peace like Levi, pursue peace, and that is, if you like, the motto of the Jewish people. Levi, not Shimon.